My name is David Lloyd Wilson. I am a member of the Okanagan Indian Band in Vernon. My work is a contemporary version of ancient pictographs. Ancient pictographs are the art that you'd find on walls, cliffs. They're usually made of ochre. They're made with fairly rough brushes and tools. They've been around for a long time and were made before the contact with non-native people. Originally, when I was in Vancouver, I'd met some people, native people, and they had invited me to learn their style of art, which is a West Coast art. And so I was also doing a little bit of carving at that time, so I put some carved heads onto the canvas. And it gave kind of a 3D image. That's from the very early part of my career, and these were the ones that only my mother would buy. So these are all, these ones belong to the family. Then I'd come back here to Vernon, and I didn't feel comfortable doing that type of art because I'm not from there. I'm not Haida, I'm not Coast Salish. So I was looking for the own particular artwork that my ancestors did. So I found it in pictographs. And so I combined the techniques of West Coast art with pictographs, and the pictographs seemed to come to life. I used to do small little miniature drums, medallion sized, earring sized. I eventually started doing larger drums. Then drums have started getting bigger. Some of them are like 27 inches in diameter, but there's a lot of pressure on them and they tend to break when they get too big, so I haven't been doing any larger ones. Drums are nice, but I'm not sure of their shelf life, so I started to paint on canvases and larger surfaces, and I'm able to put more, able to expand my creativity. Each one of mine has a story. Some of them are very simple stories, and some of them are quite complex. This one over here, the path of the sacred tree. There's a medicine wheel there. There's an altar, a rock altar in the shape of a fox in the background. All of them are my favorite ones. I really can't pick out one because they're all a part of me. But the one behind me is probably one of my favorite right now because it's just the one that I just finished, and it's my interpretation of the Northern Lights. My goal has been to give this art back to the First Nations people, local First Nations people. Mine is an interpretation. It's an interpretation that's the natural evolution of the art form. But there are other interpretations. I just want people to know that there's an awesome art form that can be taken from our ancient pictographs.